Hey, Deb and Ted. Just wanted to take the time to introduce myself, and figured why not have a video while I'm at it and show you a little bit around the place. Um, we've actually talked before. My channel used to be Happy Poodle Homestead, and then I had some issues with that channel with a specific person, so I deleted it. And then I created another channel under Cali Prepper, but then what happened is it forced me to change it to my name, and then I was having a lot of issues with YouTube. So anyway, what I did is I deleted my Google Plus from it, and then I renamed it so like under our Homestead Dream, since that's our blog that we actually have. Um, so I figured I wanted to introduce myself. I'm Camille, and you are actually one of the first prepper channels that I've been following. You and Misty Prepper, and I've learned a lot from you, and I wanted to extend my thank you, as well as just show you a little bit of what our dreams has kind of become, because now we're living on a 15-acre farmstead. We used to live in the city, and everybody kept telling us we were crazy, and even my hubby wasn't on board at first. And actually, I decided to do this video when I saw a video that was taken of you two, and when Ted said that what got him on board was the whole losing electricity and things like that, because that was the exact thing that turned my hubby on board. Because over here, like, I live in Canada, a few years ago, there was a really big winter storm, and Montreal lost electricity for a month and a half, I think. And so I started talking to him about that and pretty much saying, like, well, we live in Canada. It's harsh temperatures. What happens if we lose electricity? Or, what happens if I lose my job, which has happened, things like that. Like, the economy is obviously not going the best. It could be worse, but it's mainly just, with us, it's being prepared for, if something happens, that there's financial situations, if something happens that, like I said, if we lose electricity or things like that. And the other thing as well is being healthier, being aware of what is going into our food by growing the majority of our own food, being self-sufficient. We're more homesteaders than we are preppers, but we do have the prepper mindset as well. So it's kind of a happy medium between the two. I think you kind of can't be a prepper without being a homesteader almost, and you kind of can't be a homesteader without being a prepper in a way as well. So it's kind of finding that happy medium. But I'll get going and give you a little bit of a tour of some of our preps that we're doing. I don't have a lot of preps right now, because when we moved, the main big thing was getting our barn done, because the barn had been in slight disrepair and things like that. So it was kind of trying to get that set up and getting our animals set up. So you get to see some of the things that we've done, and now we're gonna start going into, like, getting a dryer, like a dehydrator, getting Mylar bags, oxygen absorbers, food saver, and things like that. Just getting that done. Now will be the more important thing, starting to work on our preps and getting things so that we can get our harvests done. I really want a pressure canner as well, a meat grinder, things like that. So I've got a wish list going on there, and slowly gonna get things going. So, but all right, here we go, and we're gonna start our tour. So these are some bread and butter pickles that I made last of the huge harvest of cucumbers that our neighbor actually gave us. We've been pretty lucky with friends and family and neighbors giving us some of their harvests, and ours didn't do the best. That's a burnt loaf. That's hubby's fault. He took the other breads out and didn't realize that one was still in the oven and didn't turn off the oven, so that burnt. But these are my jars. It's a little messy right now, but here's my pantry. I really don't have a lot of space. I lucked out though. I posted on Facebook on a local site saying I was looking for jars, and this woman was going to throw out a pile of jars, so she gave me all of hers. So that was really lucky. I also have a pile of herbs drying, so I'm kind of doing it the old-fashioned way. Most of it's drying pretty well. You can kind of hear the crackling. This part's getting yellow a little bit, but I'm not surprised that some of it's yellowing. That's parsley. This is mint. That's like, I'm still going to let it dry longer, but it's pretty much ready now. And this is my curry plant. It's not like the actual plant to make curry, but it smells like curry. It smells delicious. It's really a light flavor, so it's better for like fish or things like that with a light flavor. I also have some lemon balm drying here. That's pretty crackling too. And in here, like I said, it's dark. Obviously, makes sense. We're actually going to put a door here eventually, and this will be all closed off. Like I have deep freeze for the food, and here I have mainly, okay, I have salsa, then I have stewed tomatoes, and I have tomato juice, ketchup, and a little bit of tomato butter. I also have down here Triple Crown pickles, bread and butter pickles, dill, garlic pickles. I have 3 jars of regular cucumber relish, and I have a garden relish down here. And then, like, down even more, like I said, we're still cleaning. I have a little bit more relish, actually, and I have pickled green tomatoes, and I have beets as well. I never liked beets, and then the reason why was because the big chunks, I always found they were too big, so I made mine much smaller, and the recipe has cinnamon in it, and it's really good. My husband doesn't usually like beets either, and he really likes them too, so that's the fun part about canning. You can make the recipes to your individual taste. It's, like I said, it's not really enough space. We're getting better, but what we're going to do as soon as my EI kicks in is I'm going to buy boards, and we're going to build, like, right from the bottom right to the top. We're going to fill it with shelves. And the other thing here's like smaller area of my pantry as well. All of my spices, some pasta. I always have, like, these are my smaller jars. Like, here's split mung beans, red beans, that's baking soda. I have chickpeas, black beans, azuki beans in the back. I have a big collection of vinegars, balsamic vinegar. Xeros vinegar is sherry vinegar. I'm out of rice wine vinegar. I have red wine vinegar in the back, and I have a pile of other things. And a big thing of molasses, which we usually refill into this tiny one here. That's hubby's doing. That's oatmeal. And but I have plans, like I want to get Mylar bags and food savers and dehydrator and a pressure canner as well. So this is just starting. We've been here about 7 months, and mainly the big important thing when we moved in was getting the barn into shape, because it was a mess. I'll show you the barn after. It looks so much better than it did when we first moved in. And I also have some dried chili peppers as well. And over here, pardon the mess, by the way. This is all folded clothes. I've been doing laundry, and Thanksgiving's coming up, like the Canadian Thanksgiving, and we're going to have people over. So we've been cleaning the whole house, and what happens is when I clean, things get messier before they get cleaner. So, so I have like some bags here that are closed off, but I have like my black beans and chickpeas and some pasta there, and I have like couscous on the bottom. Those, I really need to find a better solution for stocking them. Like I said, I'm going to get Food Savers Mylar bags and things like that. And for fun, here's my plants, my indoor plants. I have aloe vera, and I have a pile of baby aloe vera. I'm probably going to gift to a few friends. This is my Christmas cactus my mom gave me. Same, this spider plant came from my mother's plant, so a little baby, and now I have a pile of little babies down here. That's a huge aloe vera plant that one of our friends gave us. I couldn't find aloe vera for the longest time. Like, my mother always had aloe vera. I don't know if you have any, but it's amazing for cuts and things like that. It's also good for your skin. You can rub it on your skin, like for skin treatments and things. Good for burns. It's just a really good medicinal plant, and you can eat it too, and it's really good for you. My mom always had some, and all of a sudden, like, nobody had any, and I've been asking and asking and asking, and nobody seemed to have any. I couldn't find any in the store, and then my mom's friend gifted me this small one, and then, like, a few days later, my friend showed up with this huge one, which is about 2 years old, so I lucked out, and now I've got a pile of little babies that I'm going to grow up, and like I said, I'm probably going to give a few away, too. I've got one there, one on the bottom there as well, and this is an avocado plant. It's not doing the best. It's okay though. It's decently healthy, but it's kind of drooping a little bit. This is our first time doing something like this, but I literally kept a pit from an avocado and put it in a glass, and I put toothpicks on all four sides, and I filled the glass till it touched the bottom of the pit until it rooted. And then when it rooted, I put it in dirt, and it grew. Attention. So I still have a lot of my herbs in here. I ripped out some of the ones that I didn't want to keep. There's my oregano. So I still need to dry this. The thing is that my parsley, God love it, overgrew and choked a lot of my plants. Like, my poor sage didn't grow at all. And here, actually, I got to pull this through it. I just want to let it grow a little bit more. This is actually bay leaves. So this is my first year doing an herb garden, and I went a little crazy, I guess. There's my tarragon that I'm going to take. But I chopped all of my parsley out, like every single one of these parsley plants, and they're growing back already. So I'm probably going to pull a few of these out so that I don't have so much of it. My green onions need to be used, last of them. And my mint and my curry plants and stuff were all used, in my lemon balm. And that, I think, is summer savory, but I'm not too sure. And there's our barn. A gorgeous barn. Take a walk over and show you. Hopefully it's not too windy. This is a large shed. We can kind of store stuff in it, but we don't really. Our neighbor does. There's the cow barn. A lot of pictures I take, for some reason, end up having that barn in the background. And people are always like, oh, what a beautiful barn. And I'm like, that's not our barn. This is our barn. We don't get the covered arena, though. We do in the summer. In the winter, it's used to store boats. So it helps pay for land taxes. It's pretty good. That's our neighbor's tractor. He gets to use it. And he's a really nice neighbor. We've been really lucky with neighbors. He'll come over and he'll do things for us sometimes, like move our manure pile, and he tilled us a garden this year. I really want to mulch, so I'm hoping that maybe next year, if I can't find somebody to chip, he might be willing to chip us some branches, because he has the gear. Actually, before I go to the barn, I'm just going to show you our land. Oh, hubby's coming over. This is our crab apple tree. This year it got blight, so it didn't give us any apples, sadly. And we've got another one over there in the back. We've got blueberry bushes over there, and we've got raspberries. Plus, I have my own raspberry bushes and these are all old things. This used to be the old cow spot. I don't know if you can see him. Hubby's over there with the wheelbarrow. Hi, Al! So, here's our field. We don't really use this, but I'm sure we will. Give us a few years. There's 15 acres. If you look, this is actually a trail. It goes right down to the river. There's also the river over here, and there's the river on the other side here. You can't really see it. So we're surrounded by water, which is really good because it makes it so that we have a faster grow period. So like it gets warm enough here to plant before it does in the surrounding areas. I've been told that you can't really fish in there without a boat, but people around here who fish are the traditional boat people. So hubby's going to try fly fishing it at some point and see if he can catch something. I'm sure he'll catch something. It's like, even if it's just a catfish or a flatfish or, eel or something, I'm sure something goes into the shallows. So this is all right. And down there, over there, we've got gorgeous trails, and we've got another apple tree in there, and blueberries and things like that. There's all sorts of stuff in there. So we've got all sorts of stuff we can forage, which is really nice. And lots of wonderful trails. I haven't gone horseback riding in those trails yet. I don't have enough experience yet, and I don't have a helmet, so I need to get on that. I really want to go riding, but I don't want to go by myself, obviously, because it's not the safest thing. And while walking back to the barn, one of the things we want to do too is Bear, our 23-year-old standard bred, is an ex-trotter, so he's been trained to pull carts and stuff. He hasn't done it in a long time, but he's more than capable of doing it. So I'd love to get a little wagon and retrain him to pull. It'd be nice. We don't have a vehicle right now, and those trails supposedly get to our grocery store. So I'd have no issues riding Bear to go do groceries. My friends keep laughing at me, telling me I have to do it. Absolutely no questions asked. But I think it'd be wonderful. Get to go ride. I enjoy going horseback riding, and I really want to retrain him to do it just because, it's really back to the roots, and if anything happens that gas prices go way up and we can't afford gas, and I know there's the option of biodiesel, but you don't go much more natural than natural horsepower. And we're getting to the barn. You can probably see the goats over there. They'll probably come over and say hi. Rose, Martha. Hi guys. Here are my goats. This is Rose, little girl coming over. Martha in the back. And and Chico. Hey, Chico. Hi, Martha. Sorry, Rose. Why did I call you Martha? I don't have any treats right now. No, no treats. And Chico over there. So he's on loan. His owner's probably going to come and get him maybe next week or so. Which, I'll kind of be sad to see him go, but he stinks. I got a lot of information on the goats from Michigan Snow Pony, actually. Especially her Pepper broadcast she did on goat care. That was amazing. I loved how she dumbed it down for people who've never owned them, and I didn't have to hunt around for most of the information. All my questions got answered that I couldn't find anywhere. Were answered on that podcast, so that was pretty cool. Hey, Chico. Chico. He's actually a really sweet buck. Like, if I could afford to set up another pasture for him, like a little bit further away, because obviously a buck can taint the goat milk, I'd totally keep him. He's not troublesome at all. He follows you. He's not trying to ram you or push you down or all sorts of things like that. He's a really, really good buck. But I'm sure his owner wouldn't sell him to me. He loves his goats. But hopefully we'll keep seeing him every year to breed our goats. Or, well, not every year, per se, but so, here's the barn. And this is the riding arena. So it's not full yet. So in the summer, you can imagine, this is really nice to ride in. And we have lights so you can ride at night. And here are the ducks. This is my barn. Still can't believe I have this place, actually. I'm really lucky. So, stalls. That's, we currently have a cribber that's boarding. Her owner's going to replace any boards she chewed up like that. I personally don't believe in stalling horses. Horses are herd animals. They naturally stay out in the wild. I'd much prefer a lean-to where they get the chance to come out when they want to. I'll actually probably show a video on how I keep my horses at some point, but it's so easy. So here I'm just going to show you, this is my coop area that I have now. Hi guys. I actually just closed them in for the evening. It's a little dark, but you can see them. Hey guys. There's my ducks, my crested ducks. So yeah, these are the birds. I need to, this is a newer barn, so all the boards shrunk and they actually need to be replaced, because you can like actually see right through it. And this right here is my pasture. There's the horses. Nice big pasture. It's about 3 acres, but I have the option of making it bigger over there and right to the road. We actually want to make it even bigger because over here it's been used a long time, so we don't get a lot of grass. It stays really flat. So if you have a pasture with a lot of long grass, you save a lot of money on hay in the summer. This summer they ate the grass so fast that we pretty much have to feed them like we would in the winter. So, long grass equals saving money. So we're gonna actually do something so we have more pasture, and then we can also close off pastures to let grass grow. So that way they'll have more grass in the summer. The pasture's going to be cleaned again. But we'll see how it's over and he cleans the pasture. Hey Shadow, you coming over? That's my border Shadow. He's much more personal. He comes over. And there's Spirit, my mare, my little cranky mare. And Bear is over there in the back there, my standardbred. Hi, Shadow. What's up? What's up, buddy? He's starting to get his winter coat on. Good boy. He's a good boy. Oh, I love you too. Really? Alright, go. Go. Get away. Get away. Bear's coming over. Hey, Bear. You coming over? Hi. This is my buddy. He's my favorite horse, but I can't ride him. Because one, he's short, and two, he's an old man. He has sway back. So, I mean, smaller people can ride him. My hubby could ride him. But I personally can't, which kind of hurts. But if I got a wagon, he could definitely pull me around. No problem. Yes, I'm in flip-flops in the pasture. That is really not safe. I know one day I'm going to get stepped on and get a broken toe. Hi. I love him. He's my boy. And they're coming out now. My blue Australorps and my Rhode Island Reds are out there. So I'm getting over the fence. I could unhook these, but I risk getting shocked if I unhook them with one hand. So these are our temporary boarders. They're leaving tomorrow, actually, which makes me a little sad because I really love this girl. Are you gonna miss me? Are you gonna miss me? Supposedly everybody who's ever boarded this mare hated her. She just has a little bit of attitude, which I don't mind. My mare has attitude too. She's not dangerous. And then Bailey in the back is another mare. She's a thoroughbred. She colicked on us 2 days ago, actually. She's prone to colicking because she cribs. So we did the right thing, though. We called the vet, and by the time the vet got there, she was done, but better safe than sorry. They're funny horses. I'm going to miss them. Nice to have some boarders, though. It helps bring a little bit of money into the farm for hay and stuff. But I don't want too many horses because then it just, they go through the grass a lot faster and all sorts of things like that. So just, it's not as nice. Much rather stay with just a few horses, and I'd make the exception for these two if she decided she wanted to board them full time. But not going to happen. She stays at her parents' place. But they're really nice horses. We had fun with them. But they are stable horses. Well, like I said, we keep ours outside like this, and then they get access to the barn. Right now they get access through here, but I'm thinking of swapping and giving them access through the coop, because over here, this is north, So north wind gets in through here, while on the other side it's south wind, so it's not nearly as cold in winter. So that's what I'm thinking I might do for them. Just give them that lean-to there. And then probably move that to goats if I can fit the chickens in there. If not, I might still do it that way and then have part of the lean-to for the coop. I'm still not sure how I'm going to do that, because I use deep litter method for the chickens anyway, so there's not an issue with smell like there is normally, because that's usually the one thing that people worry about is the respiratory system of horses, if they're in the same barn as chickens, obviously, the ammonia. But the way we do it, you don't have that ammonia smell at all. I don't have the deep litter method in there right now because that spot is just way too big to do deep litter, but if we do it the other way, we might do it that way, because then, I mean, it'd be much smaller area, so we wouldn't need as much shavings. The goats are enjoying their grass. But yeah, this is our little piece of heaven. I still can't believe we have it, actually. I wake up every morning and I think back on when we were in this city and miserable, and now we're here and we've got more than enough space and we've got all these animals and we're happy and a lot less stressed. I mean, even being unemployed, you can still live off of the land, you know. It's nice, and I'm going for my beginners pretty soon, so I'm gonna get a license and we're buying a truck, so we're getting lots of things done, which is nice. And I'm much closer to my family here too. When we moved here, everybody told us that we were crazy. Why would we want to leave the city? Even my mother was like, you don't have your license, you don't have a car, what are you going to do in the country? But I'm stubborn, and we made it happen. And I mean, now my mom's all on board. She loves it, and she wants us to get some pigs next year, and she wants a pig. And you know, she's not as crazy about the horses, because the horses don't give you food. She finds them very expensive and not worth it. But the goats and the chickens, she's all on board for that. So, which is good. It's good when you have support of the family. And my grandmother comes and visits us here and there. She's petrified of chickens, but she still comes over and visits, which is nice, because who knows how much longer she'll be alive. She's got some health issues and things, but I get to see her, which is I enjoy. And yeah, I'm just close to a lot of family and things, and it's beautiful and relaxing here. And we have really good neighbors. Neighbors over there too, the ones right in front of our house, have a garden, and when they get too much stuff, they'll come over and they'll throw it next to the barn, so we have veggies to give the horses and stuff. And when the chickens were over and they'd end up in their garden, they didn't complain at all. They enjoyed it, actually, because the chickens went over and ate their potato bugs. Surprisingly, I didn't think they would, but they said that they didn't have to pick any potato bugs when the chickens were over there. So, which is good. Usually you'd think that, you know, you have neighbors, they'll get into your chickens, get into the gardens, and then you've got trouble. We actually had to put them in the barn for a month because the other neighbors did complain. The chickens went in and hollowed out their tomatoes, which is obviously upsetting. But it wasn't a big deal. Like, they just let us know, and we just moved them, and we were accommodating, you know. Be good to your neighbors, and they'll be good to you, because they let us raid their garden, and we got a pile of stuff to make pickles and tomato conserves, too, so that was really good. Another good thing about living in the country, usually, you know, your neighbors are pretty good, too. But, yeah, like I said, this is our place, and I just wanted to give you a tour and introduce ourselves, and hopefully you'll see more of us on here. I'm not sure about videos. I love suggestions on stuff to do, like stuff I should post and stuff. Like I'm pretty good. Like I said, my specialty is animals. Sewing too. Like I'm slowly learning to sew and things like that. But I'm big on crafts and things. So I love learning how to do things like back in the day. That's my main interest. And hopefully I'll be able to post videos. And I mainly do blog. I blog photos a lot, so that's my main thing. We have our blog, which is ourhomesteaddream.com. That's where I mainly put my stuff. I also have a Facebook page for our Homestead Dream, which I post things that might not be big enough for blogs. I'll just share things and things like that. But hopefully I'll be able to do a few more videos as well, which will be nice. Okay. So anyway, thank you for watching, and like I said, figured I'd take the time to introduce ourselves. All right, bye.